Take 2.5.
It is because. It is because of the Korean War, which occurred. Yeah. 25th June 1950 to 27th July 1953. So I'm going to tell you about the conflict of the Korean War, and I want to give a presentation how it started and how it escalated and how it was finished. First, I want to tell you how and why Korean War happened. It is very complicated, but today I will talk about main reason. The Korean Peninsula was ruled by the Empire of Japan from 1910 until the end of World War II. Following the surrender of the Empire of Japan, in September 1945, Americans divided Korean Peninsula along the 38th parallel, with U.S. military forces occupying southern half and Soviet military forces occupying northern Korea. The North established a communist government, while the South established a democratic government. The 38th parallel increasingly became the political border between the two Korean states. Although reunification negotiations continued in the months before the war, tension intensified. Eventually, North Korea invaded South Korea on 25th June 1950. Now you know the reason why the Korean War happened. So now we are going to look at what happened during the war. As I said before, the conflict began in June 1950. North Korea forces crossed the 38th parallel and invaded Seoul for 3 days. After 3 months, they occupied South Korea, except for a few areas. On September 1950, General MacArthur began planning a landing at Incheon. The United States Army and the Republic of Korea Army attacked Incheon, and they occupied North Korea. Seoul was recaptured by South Korea forces. The U.S. forces went upside of the North Korea. However, Kim Il-sung, who was the leader of the North Korea, sent a request to China for Chinese military support. Chinese troops entered the North Korea, and to help them, the fought around the 38th parallel from January to June in 1951. So I told how the war got worse. Finally, the war was finished. Chinese troops and North Korea forces suffered from a lack of military equipment, serious food problems, and the constant threat of U.S. bombers. The leaders of the northern side asked for a peace talk. Then the United Nations leaders signed a peace agreement on 27th July 1953, to end the fighting and establish the Korean demilitarized zone. We call it DMZ. The war is considered to have ended at this point. I told you about the Korean War from beginning to end. Because of the war, we lost many things like family and territory. We only gained one thing, which is a deep anger and deep negative feeling between North and South. North Korea sometimes provokes South Korea, and we tried to have peace talks with them and help them a lot. But still, our relationship is not good. I hope we can be one country again and smile at each other. And I want to see the map, which has a reunified Korea again. Thank you.